The last thing I want us to go over together is the guided practice. If you could please do me a huge favor and try these on your own first, that would be awesome, so that here you're just going over and making sure you're doing it correctly. Now, it wants us to use the law of exponents, which means it also wants us to leave our answers in exponential form. Please, please, with the numbers, do not multiply them out. That's too much work. So here, notice we have a power raised to a power. We're just going to multiply the exponents. 3 to the 2 times 5 gives me 3 to the 10th power. In number 2, it works the same way with variables as it does with numbers. So it's going to be h to the 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. In this problem, we just keep multiplying those exponents. We have 3 times 2 times 3. Well, 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 3 is 18. So we're going to have 2 to the 18th power. Leave it like that. See how quick these are? If you know how to use the property, it should go that quickly. All you need to do is look at the problem and say, which one of my properties am I using? I always try and go back to the examples and match it up with whichever one I'm using. So 4, 5, and 6, these match up with the Gotic D, E, and F. So these are the ones where we're going to be distributing the exponent on the outside to both things on the inside of the parentheses. And notice the difference here is, here, this exponent belongs to H, and there's nothing else there. But in this problem, this 7 only belongs to W. It doesn't belong to the 7 out front, and that's why we have to separate them. So we have 7 to the 3rd, and then we have W to the 7th to the 3rd. For 7 to the 3rd, I'm leaving it like that. If you guys want to write out that it's 343, good for you. That's more time than I care to spend. And for W, remember, we multiply those exponents. 7 times 3 is 21. Notice, I'm done already. Don't have to go grab my calculator, multiply a bunch of stuff out. For number 15, I want to make sure that this exponent of 4 gets distributed to the k, to the g, and to the 5. So we have 5 to the 4th, g to the 8th, to the 4th, and k to the 12th, to the 4th. Notice that here, I'm just going to leave it. It's 625. But I don't really care about all that. For g, I multiply those exponents. 8 times 4 is 32. And for k, I multiply those exponents. 12 times 4 is 48. I'm done. Oh my goodness. So simple if I know what I'm doing. And our last one, this 2 is getting distributed to everything here. Because it's a negative, remember I'm going to put it in parentheses before I give it its exponent. That's just a general rule of thumb that we want to do. And then I just write everything else out. This is the step that takes the longest, is just writing it out to keep my work organized. When I go to write my answer, I have negative 6 squared. If you multiplied that out, you should get positive 36. Again, positive 36. For R, 5 times 2 is 10. And for S, 9 times 2 is 18. And we're done. If you still have questions after all that, please, please, please email me, message me, comment on your work, find a way to get in touch with me. I am happy to take you through these any way I need to. But until then, this is goodbye, unless I see you on a Zoom call. Remember to check in periodically to see if we have any additional work. I'll talk to you guys soon.